farmers. Do you run a precision planting monitor in your planter tractor? Voigt Farm Outfitters is hosting our annual 2020 Monitor Clinic at the Holthus Center in York on Wednesday, March 19th. They'll run through everything on the monitor, from basic setup to more complex downforce settings and everything in between. You'll learn agronomy principles behind some of the monitor settings and will leave refreshed and ready to plant. Representatives from Precision Planting will be on hand to handle any questions that you can throw at them. Visit VoigtFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through March 9th, enjoy USDA Choice whole boneless ribeye loins for $13.99 per pound. Cut and wrapped for free. All natural bone and thick cut pork chops, $1.99 per pound. All natural hand cut loin back pork ribs, $3.99 per pound. And carbless canned cocktails, $7.99 each when you buy two. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, four-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith. Innovation has a name. Call John Henrys at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela. They let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions on 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
A lot of businesses say that they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business feels anything but for your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, as they do with customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
It takes hard work to make Nebraska the right place to raise a family, build a business, or grow a community. We're counting on working parents to make it happen, and they're counting on childcare professionals to have their backs. Employers and other contributors can earn up to $100,000 tax credit for strengthening childcare in our communities and state. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
In the midst of adversity, some are built to run towards the chaos. That's the drive that defines a Nebraska State Trooper. Mission-focused, service-minded, always ready. If you have the drive, We'll help you build a career. Applications are now open to become a Nebraska State Trooper. Numerous career paths, unlimited potential, making a difference for the people in communities all across Nebraska. Apply today at nebraskatroopers.com.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. What is up? Ahman Green.
What's up, Raff? Yeah, I thought that was pretty crazy my freshman year. I was like, what are they saying? They're saying your name. I'm like, what? I'm like, no way.
Hey, AG, I think your input is not going through your actual microphone.
Oh, okay. It always does that.
Yeah, it'll set up. Raff, good morning.
Good morning.
How's the day? Did the storm keep you up last night?
No, not really. It thundered a little bit, but then I slept like a baby.
Good.
A little baby.
What time's your flight today?
3:00. I'd say we're about 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, doghouse for me.
Oh, stop.
Doghouse.
This is out of your control.
What, the weather?
Yes. Yeah. So, because AG, you guys are getting some storms down there too, right?
Yeah, it's raining torrential back and forth.
Yeah.
I think it might have stopped, but when I first woke up, it was coming down.
Yeah. See? So, Raff, here's the thing. You got to realize it's out of your control.
It's Mother Nature, man.
Does
she's been looking at the weather. She's kind of a weather girl at heart. So
okay.
She's been looking at the weather since last week. And she was
Most
like,
women are. Most women are.
She's like, maybe you should change your flight. And I was like,
to what, Monday?
Yeah. But I was like, nah. I'm set for Tuesday. Plus, it is really hard to like change flights and stuff out of Lincoln Airport. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, we're kind of set where we're at. We'll give it a shot. So we'll see what happens.
That's right. I forget that you fly out of Lincoln most of the time.
Yeah.
That makes it nice. Because you got the free parking.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Lincoln. Shout out to Lincoln Airport, man.
Lincoln Airport. Rachel
and her team do an awesome job. They got to figure out a way to get more flights. I know they're working on it.
If we get one more airline in there, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. They'll work on it. Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. United. Do they have Delta?
Yeah, United's the one that flies out of there. So
yeah.
What was the other one that's there?
It was Delta. It was Delta years ago.
Yeah.
But there was one since then.
Yeah, it was that crazy one.
American. Had to be American.
Redway was there.
Was it Redway? I never heard of that. Oh.
Redway. So Redway wasn't a flight airline. It was
they set up airlines, right?
No, it was flights that were designed to be extremely cheap. Like
we're
talking like $75 one way.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah. And it just did not work out.
Yeah.
The main goal of it, I think, was to provide Husker fans with an opportunity to fly to Big Ten cities because they were specializing in Big Ten cities.
Smart.
So it was trying to figure out ways to where Husker fans would be able to fly out of Lincoln for a reasonable cost, which they were reasonable. And it was fly out of Lincoln at a reasonable cost directly to a Big Ten city And it just didn't work out. I think they struggled. We know that there's a pilot shortage, right? We know that there's just airline crew shortage right now. And I would the way that what I was told about that, not entirely sure if it's 100% true or accurate, is that pilots didn't want to fly those planes when they're being sold for less than $1, or not less than $1, but less than market value.
Right.
So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, just one more airline in there. I don't know where, but just one more. That'd be perfect, because I don't want Lincoln Airport to get super huge ever, because man, I love that walking right in and going right to my plane.
Well, they got the beautiful terminal now. They just redid the terminal
nice.
a couple of years
Omaha
ago.
has one too.
But
they're
Lincoln,
remodeling.
So Lincoln's, but Omaha's going through the international airport remodel. That's going to be done in a couple of years because they're making themselves the international airport. So that'll be nice, obviously. But to have a brand spanking new terminal in Lincoln and then be able to just walk in, got a delicious breakfast burrito. If you ever fly out of Lincoln, highly recommend the breakfast burrito.
Nice.
It's got a great spot to sit down and stuff.
Comfy chairs.
We know it, right? You can get there 30 minutes before you board and you'll be just fine.
Amen. Just tell me no AD.
Yeah. There's that part too. I dropped AD off at the airport a couple of months ago at the Lincoln Airport.
Was there a red carpet out?
And it was like AD walked in and I saw him through the window. And I mean, he greeted everybody, or should I say everybody greeted him. And he just knows people in the airport.
Yeah. So yeah. He travels that much. He travels a lot though. So
yeah. Hizzlebear says I always choose the breakfast beer. Good choice. Good choice on the breakfast beer. Like to have a beer. A beer for breakfast.
Yeah. He's not a burrito guy.
Yeah,
he's a beer guy.
No, he's a beer guy for sure. Obviously.
I just see walking into the Lincoln Airport and Ahman Green having a beer. I just don't see that ever happening.
Nah, that's not going down. Especially if it's not past noon. Okay. Especially if it's in the AM.
You're not a morning beer guy?
Nah. Maybe once or twice in college, but I doubt it then for sure.
AG, I think it's a transcendent experience to be able to sit in an airport before a morning flight and enjoying a brewski.
Maybe when I'm in Europe somewhere, traveling back home.
Maybe
you always do something different, and you do things different when you're overseas. So
yeah.
There he is. Jack Russell has returned.
It feels a little more fresh over there.
Good morning, Jack.
But thank you, Raff, for the interruption.
Well, you're gonna say hi to Jack Russell?
Absolutely. Once I see Jack, I'll see him. But
he rolled his window down.
Raff, you need to get out of town.
What?
Because this window is distracting for you.
That is a proud sponsor of the drive.
I know. I'm thankful for Jack.
Oh my goodness.
Jack Russell, Farm Bureau Financial Services. So 2 locations, Lincoln and Seward.
Boom.
But anyway, AG, got anything exciting on the docket today?
It's a Tuesday. Oh, I do my one podcast with Gilbert and Dorsey. So Gilbert Brown, Dorsey Levin's here this morning. And so if you guys want to flick on over and watch some straight up good old comedy between the couple, because Gilbert and Dorsey played together a lot longer than I played with both of them, and so they know each other very well. So it's kind of like you and Nick, Chris. It's like you guys go at it. They get vicious. They get and because Gilbert's from Detroit, so he don't mess around. We don't get physical.
We don't get physical. We're just verbal altercations all day long.
Have you been watching any of Brett Favre's tweets lately?
My wife's been catching them. She's been showing them to me. I know I saw one the other day. It was one she was trying to show me where it was him playing a flag football game or something, and he still has it. He's chucking those balls and firing them in there and all that stuff. And I was like, no surprise, man. He was country strong. That's what I called him, because he hated the weight room. He hated to actually lift weights, but his thing would at home between cutting grass, and he lived on a big acreage of land, and so between cutting the grass, chopping trees down, and moving the logs from the trees that they just chopped down, that was his workout for every summer before he came into training camp. I was like, man, that's not bad. You little Davy Crockett there, but I like it. Okay.
It's always interesting with him. You can see he kind of get the itch to play football. I'll start posting videos, stuff like that. And then I also saw Kurt Warner at the combine. He posted something on his Twitter saying, I wish one of them would have handed me the ball and let me throw at these guys today. It's funny. It's fun watching them. They're like, they can still throw the football. But,
right. No, it comes up. It comes up.
it's that time of year. This kind of stimulates, what we used to do. You don't just leave us talking about it, training for it. That's why I still work out religiously, and obviously those early mornings. And I was in Costa Mesa, going down to Tribuca Hills High School in Newport Beach area for a combine training. It was every day for about 2.5 weeks on the grind, trying to get faster for the teams to want me, things of that nature. So,
AG, what was your 40? Do you remember?
At the combine, I ran a 4.49, and I had a pulled groin though.
Yeah,
I pulled my groin literally a week before the combine. I was like, no, but my agent still said run.
Did teams know?
Yeah,
Okay.
They knew.
Gotcha.
So I went 4.49, but then the pro day in Lincoln was about 2.5 weeks later, almost 3 weeks later. So I healed up and I went 4.17 and 4.18 in my 40.
Hello.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Went
so
fast.
That's why it helped out. What would you think your 40 would be today? We're looking like 4.7?
Between a 4.7 and a 4.9, maybe. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm into lightweight lifting, dumbbell stuff.
Say, what's the cardio output look like for you nowadays?
If I'm on a Peloton, I'm knocking down in a 30 minute ride. I'm knocking down 10 miles, easy. And then
that's crazy.
Yeah, and then box. I have the Box One app called Fight Camp, and I get about close to 800 punches in, if not 1,000. Yeah.
Wow. How about you,
I
Raff?
go hard.
Well, these days I probably run a 4.640.
Not even close. Not a chance. Are you sub 5? No.
I wasn't even sub 5 when I was sub 5. It reminds me of the Pat McAfee show, and Pac-Man Jones said he could still run a 4.5, and they took him out and he ran a 4.5.
Facts. Hey, the DBs, man, DBs and wide receivers, they keep it going, man. Like T.O., he could still get it.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice could probably still get. I know David Green, the DB that played for at the time the Redskins.
Darrell Green.
He could still go. He could still go 4.4, and he's like 60, almost 70 years old.
How about this? Unnamed texter texted in and said, I downloaded a 2005 roster in Madden, and I've been reliving my childhood, slinging it with Brett Favre and running fools over with Ahman. AG has 1,575 rushing yards and 18 touchdowns so far this season.
Oh man, that was. I hope he continued great season. That was the rough season for me. That's where I went on IR that year. I tore my quad after we were playing against Minnesota, like the fourth game of the season. So that was a tough year for me.
Wow.
Yeah. But I was on that way though. We were having actually a rough go at it, but it was going to turn around. But then I got hurt. I was like, dang it. So
It is what it is. How my viewing of football has changed. Like, I'm not afraid to pull up, some old Elway and Brett Favre highlights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd always watch Brett Favre highlights, but now every time I watch Brett Favre highlights, I always go, oh, better check 30 and see if he picked up the pass block.
AG, I always like to do this. I'm going to quiz you on your own stats. Okay. How well do you think you know this?
I know.
Do you know a pretty good chunk?
I know a pretty good chunk.
All right. Let's start with your one of your better years statistically, 2003.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how many rushing yards you had?
1883.
That is correct. Okay, on the dot. How about rushing touchdowns that year?
20. Oh, wait a minute. What rushing? I'm sorry, rushing.
Just rushing touchdowns.
15.
That is correct.
Do you remember how long that run against the Broncos was?
Yeah, I'll never forget that. 98, man.
Cheers.
I'll never forget that.
Raff, cheers. Okay, let's go with one of these in the middle. Your third season, your first year with Green Bay in 2000. Do you remember how many rushing yards you had?
Ooh, it was like 1,115 or something like that.
Close. You're 60 yards off. 1,175.
Okay.
How about rushing touchdowns? First year with Green Bay.
First year, I know I wasn't double digits, or maybe I was, but I would say 8.
10.
You were.
Oh, I did have 10.
Oh, you
Okay.
did have double digits.
Okay.
You did have double digits.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's keep it rolling. One more. Your last year, okay, not counting 09, but your first time with Green Bay in 06, your last year in Green Bay. Do you remember how many rushing yards you had?
I had 1,075.
That is correct.
Damn.
On the dot. How about rushing touchdowns that year? I'm really disappointed in this performance from you, AG. This is nothing.
Probably 8 then.
How many touchdowns did you score in the NFL?
This guy only had 5 rushing touchdowns.
5 rushing touchdowns.
Man. Yeah, they found
if I would have got 10, that's why I probably would have won the comeback player of the year. That's why I probably didn't get that. So.
Yeah, he had 6 total touchdowns because you had a receiving touchdown in that year as well. So, here's a question: How many receiving touchdowns did you have in your career?
Because I know I had 5 that 03 season because I know I had 20 touchdowns in 03.
You did. You had
total.
5 receiving touchdowns in 03.
That's why I was like, when you said receiving, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, 5. Okay,
Yep.
so total in my career.
Total in your career.
Receiving touchdowns.
Yep.
Oh, man. Let me think. I want to say 15.
Oh, 14.
Oh,
14.
Ooh, so
Did you ever have a receiving touchdown with anybody else other than the Green Bay Packers?
Ooh,
good question.
This is good.
Yeah.
The Houston.
I would say,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say. I think I had one with Matt Schaub.
Here's the issue. The Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks need to use their running backs in the receiving game more. Not a single receiving touchdown.
Okay.
While you were wearing any
I
other
was trying to
jersey.
give one to Matt. But
Nope, didn't work.
Was it all 3 your favorite season?
My favorite season?
Which was your favorite season?
I say probably a no-brainer. I say probably my first season because being as a rookie, even though it was a rough season, still was all learning experience. I say that too because I was like that was the year it got me going. And I learned a lot that year. How to be a professional and all that stuff. So my first year in the league and my 03 season, and then I say probably my last year in the league was pretty fun because I came back to Green Bay in 09.
Yep.
And I played against my teammate, Brett. He was a Viking.
Yep.
That's right.
I played with Aaron. He was young, green around the ears and everything. He was wet behind the ears, but he was growing and I could see where he was going. And I remember having a couple of conversations with guys on the team that were like just getting in from getting, drafted in and rookies and all that. Clay Matthews was his rookie year. Jordy Nelson, that was his rookie year.
Oh, I forget about Clay Matthews.
And Jermichael Finley, that was his rookie year. And between Jordy and those, I say all 3 of them, I had a conversation with all of them. And I remember talking with Clay Matthews and watching him in practice. And, I was like, I've been watching him, watched him in college. He was a dog there, really good at SC.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't sure he's going to get drafted, but did, But I saw him doing his moves coming in, and he only was sticking to like a bull rush for this one drill we were doing on offense against defense, and I said, I don't know if he'll listen to me, but I'll pop a couple nuggets on him. I was like, hey, Clay, come here real quick. He was like grabbing some water or something. I said, hey, I like your bull rush. It's nice. I said, but you might want to try something else. You got 2 other moves you could throw in the mix just to keep the tackle on his heels so he doesn't know what's coming. He's like, you know what? My dad just said that the other day. And he's like, and I'm like, see? I'm like, because I know as a running back, the offensive linemen, they'll always know when if you come in, like bull is the easiest move to stop. They know how to once you drop anchor on a bull rush, that's over. And he's like, yep, I know. He said, but I was like, just switch it up with something. If you got a nice spin, maybe a Dwight Freeney-ish, Freeney-ish, anything like that, just to throw him off a little bit that you could toss at him something new every other play. And then, but if bull is your main thing, make it your main thing, make it the best move. But then after that, throw a couple moves in there just to keep them off so they don't get you, they'll read you off the ball right away. So he was like, thanks. I was like, cool.
That makes sense. Man, Clay Matthews. I forget about Clay Matthews.
His dad was no slouch either.
Yeah, his dad was a beast too.
I think he played 18 years for the Cleveland Browns.
Something like that.
And
Yep. And his uncle played for the Tennessee, Oilers and then Titans. He played for 20 plus years. And he had a son too with the Falcons.
Yeah, because like that team, like with Clay Matthews, and you mentioned Jordy Nelson and in the early years of Aaron Rodgers, with like Donald Driver, I suppose, is in there a couple of years before, Greg Jennings. Like that's Roddy White with the Falcons. Like those guys are the ones that I grew up on. And so when we say those names, man, they really bring me back to remembering, seeing those guys play.
My mom texted in.
Oh yeah.
She said, "Oh my heavens, how does he remember all those?"
It's crazy.
AG's got photographic memory.
Something like that.
I try to. I do have photographic memory, Raff.
There it is.
Told ya.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll throw it a break. This is The Drive. 93.7 The Ticket.
$93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see a chance of rain. It will be windy. See an afternoon high around 58. Tonight, a chance of rain and snow to be windy with blizzard conditions possible. Low around 25. And tomorrow with some mainly sunny skies. It will be windy with blowing snow. A high around 39. I'm meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Hey, what are you talking about over there?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
LES wants your feedback. Help shape your electric utility's direction and priorities by taking an anonymous online survey. Make your voice heard before the survey closes on April 30th at les.com/survey.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join 93.7 The Ticket this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from Pinnacle Bank Arena for the NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament. Starting Wednesday at 9 a.m., we'll be at PBA bringing you play-by-play coverage of every single game. That's right. All 24 games played at Pinnacle Bank Arena this week will be heard right here on 93.7 The Ticket. From Class A to Class
Class D2 action, 93.7 The Ticket is your home for the 2025 Girls State Basketball Tournament, and it all starts this Wednesday at 9 a.m. We'll see you there.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call John Henry's at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
MWA Pro Wrestling returns to Lincoln Friday night, March 7th at the First Avenue Social Hall, and in Beatrice at the Beatrice Auditorium on Saturday night, March 8th at 7 p.m. Don't miss two huge shows. Visit Facebook.com/MWA Pro Wrestling for more information. Tickets are on sale for both events. Friday night, March 7th, 7:30 p.m. First Avenue Social Hall in Lincoln. Saturday night, March 8th at the Beatrice Auditorium, 7 p.m. Brought to you by 10 Pins Fun Center, Felipe Electric, and Stone Hollow Brewing Company.
Hey volleybalfans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
At Lincoln Family Chiropractic, they believe everyone deserves to live a pain-free and active life. Whether it's neck pain, shoulder pain, or lower back pain, Lincoln Family Chiropractic specializes in customized care for every patient to promote faster healing, allowing you to get back to an optimal life. Lincoln Family Chiropractic's team specializes in treatments such as dry needling, cupping therapy, and traditional adjustments. Give Lincoln Family Chiropractic a call today, 402-484-5166. Visit them online at lincolnfamilychiro.com or in person, 1 block south of 70th and A Street in Lincoln.
When you get the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime you work out. And now through March 13th, get your first month free when you join. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage. And do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get your first month free and all the perks of the PF Black Card for just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 13th. See club for details.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake. Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It's Tuesday.
That is right. And this segment sponsored by our good friend, the man who just drove by a few moments ago. That's Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack, a well-respected representative since 1999. Whether it's your home, your family, or even your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing an authentic relationship with you. Give Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services a call today, 402-421-9100, and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted
well-respected representative since 1999. 2 locations, one in Lincoln and one in Seward. There you have it.
So, Nick, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Tomorrow, you begin a journey.
I do.
A long journey. Do you have all teams and teams down for?
I could go run and grab my 16 sheets of prep that I have for tomorrow's 6 games.
So you've got them all prepped up and ready?
So every game that is on the air tomorrow that I'm doing, all 6 from Pinnacle Bank Arena. There's 2 Class D1 games. Pender plays Howells Dodge at 9 a.m. and then at 10:45 you have Superior and Alma. Alma is making the first state tournament appearance in school history.
Oh, hello.
So it's kind of a cool little thing there. Howells Dodge played in the state championship in Class D2 last season. They moved up in D1 and now are playing the Pender Pendragons at 9 a.m. tomorrow in the first game. Then we have 4 Class A games. So that's kind of the layout tomorrow. Then on Thursday, that we'll have 2 Class C2 games and then all 4 Class B games coming your way on the ticket. So yeah, I mean, to answer your question, there's a good chunk of names that I remember and have down, points per game, things like that, team leaders, history, what district did they win, who do they play in districts, coaches, school, her history, how many state titles have they won, things like that. There's a pretty good chunk of info that's in the back of my mind right now that I'll be able to pull out tomorrow.
Nice.
So
my idea about you having an RV down in front of Pinnacle Bank is starting to take flight. So
is that right?
Yeah, if you own an RV company or whatever.
What do you mean it's taking flight?
I've been telling people about the idea that I think that during state basketball, you should have an RV parked out in front of Pinnacle Bank Arena, and it'll be like Nick's RV, like the Madden Cruiser.
Okay.
And then you'll call games all day, and then you'll go out to the RV at night.
I don't know how I feel.
And then maybe you can get like an establishment down there to sponsor too. So maybe you can walk over there for dinner, and then you go back to your RV, and then you can hang out by your RV with all the basketball fans.
I'm going to be honest, Raff. I'm not sure how comfortable I am with the idea of people knowing exactly where I'm sleeping.
Well, right in front of PBA.
Well, I don't know if I want people to know that. I don't know if I want that.
That's part of the stick. Is that this guy never leaves PBA. This is the, and I guarantee.
Well, I don't leave PBA.
If you do that, if you get the RV out front, Nebraska Broadcaster of the Year locked, stocked, and barreled.
I don't know if it's just that simple.
Text in if you think Nick should have an RV in front of PBA. Text in and let us know.
It's not that, because I think it requires you to actually have a good broadcast, and that needs to happen. So there's gonna be plenty of opportunities, 48 of them over the next 2 weeks. So we'll see. Appreciate once again all of our friends that are making it possible. There's a lot of them, and with the support, I will say this: it always blows me away the support from local businesses of interest, and like I said, the support sponsorship of state basketball year after year. Yep. I mean, we have people that are consistent, people that are consistently adding to it as well. And you'll hear all their names a lot over the course of the next 2 weeks or so. But yeah, the overwhelming support for local sports, local high school sports is super cool to see. And we get to see it every single year, whether it's state football, state basketball, or even state baseball, as we've added the last couple of seasons. So it's going to be a good day. I don't know if you guys saw this. Speaking of high school basketball, did you guys see any of the boys action last night, guys? So Raff is putting his arms up high in the air.
Yeah.
And that's because his Southeast Knights went on the road and upset Lincoln Northeast to punch the state. Lincoln Southwest went on the road to Omaha West Side and beat Omaha West Side by 2 to punch their ticket to state for just the second time in school history. Nice. That is crazy to think about. A school, and this is not stereotyping, but a school like Lincoln Southwest only making it now to state in boys basketball just 2 times in their school history.
How long have they been around? Southwest is new.
20 years.
20, 25 years. But you look at what their girls team has been able to do under Tim Barrett. I mean, they're a staple in state tournament action. But now this year, give credit to Alex Baugh. I mean, there's been teams in Lincoln that have been caught kind of with the transfer portal bug as well, to where guys have moved in state. North Star took a hit last year, but guess what? Lincoln North Star, they won their district yesterday over Kearney and former Husker Drake Baranek, who coaches Kearney. So You're going to have some capital city flavor in the boys side of things.
So I got a question for you. So Northeast now, are they completely out? Do you have any chance to wild card or anything like that?
It doesn't appear so. And
Wow,
the reason why is, and we won't know the official seedings until Thursday, because in some other classes we have some of the Class B games that were supposed to be played tonight have been postponed to tomorrow night. So we won't know the official seeds for all classes until Thursday morning. But by my calculations, it doesn't look like it, because the way that wild card points work, and just as a refresher for people, is basically there are 7 districts, right? 7 district tournaments, I mean, for like Class A specifically. And each team, the number 1 seed in that district is essentially the 6th seed, or is the 5 seed. So like the number 1 seed in the A2 district is the second best team in Class A, essentially.
Gotcha.
Lincoln Northeast hosted the A6 district. So essentially Lincoln Northeast is the 6th seed overall in the Class A rankings. So if ahead of them in districts A1 through A5, if those host schools all took care of business and none of them got upset, then Lincoln Northeast would then be the highest district or highest rated team to not win their district, and they would get the wild card point seed.
I see.
However, that is not the case,
Always
because Lincoln Southwest beat Omaha West Side. Papillion La Vista went on the road to the number 2 school last night.
That's trouble.
And was able to beat Westview, who's been the dominant team this year. So there was a lot of upsets in high school basketball last night on the boys side of things, which sets up, guys, some potential real intriguing matchups. Not to look too far ahead to next week, but you're looking at like a Papillion La Vista South versus Papillion La Vista matchup in game number 1. Lincoln Southwest versus Lincoln Southeast.
Oh, hello.
Like there are some real interesting matchups if everything aligns the way that I'm kind of viewing it. There's going to be some real fun first round matchups of the boys side of things next week. And the weather's supposed to be great, which is, an oddity around this time of year.
Yeah, I saw that last night. Northeast had beat Southeast 2 consecutive times this year already. So the third time was the charm for Southeast. So I was curious. I was like, man, that's got to be bittersweet. It's like, well, we beat the inner city rival twice. However, we lost when it counted.
This goes to it. And I was talking to Jay, who's going to be on the call with me for most of the games over the next couple of weeks. But I was talking to Jay last night about it, and this just goes to show that what you do in the regular season actually does matter. Like, you can't sleep when you play a team that's clearly below you, right? But if you sleep through it, that's the difference between you being maybe the 4 seed and hosting the A4 district rather than you hosting the A6 district. So, I mean, it's when, you have to take care of AG. I mean, you can attest to this as well as anybody. You got to take care of your business and not rely on somebody else taking care of their business just so you get an opportunity. Right?
Hey,
if you're Lincoln Northeast, you're sitting there saying, dang, man, Westview didn't win and Westside didn't win, and we would have had a chance and all this and that. But guess what? You're in if you win. You win.
Exactly.
You're in if you win your district.
That was that 03 season for us, right? We had Minnesota. We kind of went back and forth. I think they won 1, lost 1. They came to us, they beat us. We went to them, we beat them. And so the tiebreaker was the fact that we lost to Arizona. So they playing Arizona down there, and then Arizona beat them. So that broke the tiebreaker. And so we beat Denver, and then that's why we was able to get into the 03 playoffs and have a little run there. So yeah, you got to handle your business first. I remember saying that the whole week, and even during the game when they posted the score of the Minnesota Viking Arizona Cardinal game, I told my teammates, "Don't look at the scoreboard. We keep playing this game. Our game's not over yet. Keep playing. Let's go.
Give me the ball. I'll take 198 yards. Yay. Go AG.
Woo. I was like, hey, just give me the ball so we could win, or in terms of Brett throwing touchdowns. Yeah. No, let's keep the ball in our hands, because we'll keep it away from Denver, which they did a dumb thing. This is when coaches were still sitting they set 20 starters for that game because they were already in. I believe they won the AFC West. That's when they had Clinton Portis and a few other guys, obviously, and they set 20 guys that game. 20. So didn't work out because they lost in the first round of playoffs.
Memories.
That's wild. Just to put a bow on the segment, since we're going to be running out of time on the segment anyway, just to put a bow, just to let people know the Class A games that are going to be on the ticket tomorrow from Pinnacle Bank Arena. You have a matchup of the Millard schools. Number 1, Millard West. By the way, you have Nora and Neely Gessert playing in their final state tournament. Those two sisters.
Did they score 90 in the first round?
Probably. Those two sisters going to go to are going to go to Creighton. They're going to play for head coach Jim Flannery out at Creighton. So they're going to be facing off against Millard South, who's the 8th seed. In the second game in Class A, Lincoln Flavor, Lincoln North Star, head coach Tommy Johnson, for the 3rd consecutive year and the 3rd time in school history, Lincoln North Star is in the state tournament. So Tommy Johnson, credit to him, because he's been the only coach in North Star history to be able to lead the Gators girls basketball team to the state tournament. And now he's done it 3 straight years. We saw them on Friday night in their win in the district final. Then you have number 2 Millard North against Westside. And then how about this one? In the final game of the day tomorrow night, number 3 Bellevue East against number 6 seed Bellevue West. Matchup of the Bellevues going at it, right? So there's certainly some rivalries tomorrow on the docket here on the ticket.
So take away the Gessert sisters. Who's the person you want to watch the most this weekend? Or most intrigued, I guess, to watch?
I'm real intrigued to see what Lincoln North Star can do as a team. I think like they've been so close these last 2 years. Their roster from a numbers standpoint isn't deep. I think they only have 10 players that are going to be suiting up tomorrow. However, they have the ability to play all 10 players. We saw on Friday all 10 players played valuable minutes. Now they struggled to take care of the basketball on Friday night, right? Maybe it was some nerves, maybe it was the heat of the moment, the pace of the game. It's going to be important for all these teams tomorrow and this weekend, next week, and even when on the boys' side of things, to slow it down, control and value the basketball. North Star's got some really good players in Annie Liu. They got a really good player in Kendall Anderson. Joyce Johnson, who runs the point, is more experienced. This is a team that also their all-time leading scorer in North Star girls basketball history in Sarah Gatwich. So how could I forget to mention her? So it's one of those things of like they're the 4th seed, but they're somewhat of a dark horse. And looking ahead, if North Star is able to take care of business and Millard West is able to take care of business, that's going to set up a real competitive game on Friday. And it's just a matter of can anybody stay close enough and competitive with the scoring ability of Millard West. That's what's going to be the thing to watch for this weekend.
And if we're able to get you an RV for next week, you're in. Is that what you said?
I will stay in it.
RV.
I will stay in it
24/7.
One night.
Nope, the entire tournament.
I can't do it the whole night. I can't do it the whole
there's
tournament.
There's an RV.
Raff, you have to understand that these next 2 weeks, the quality of sleep is vital.
Vital,
yeah.
It is.
This
it
isn't
is
going to be
vital.
This isn't going to be an Uncle Eddie RV.
Okay, don't call it an RV, then we need to call it
cousin Eddie.
We need to call it a motor home. It needs to have a kitchenette. It needs to have a full service bathroom.
Okay.
It needs to have a comfortable bed.
All right. If you know anybody out there, listeners, that has an RV that Nick can borrow, then we'll have to clear it with PBA to make sure. I'm sure they'll let you park it out front.
I don't think they will.
Oh yeah.
There's NSAA rules. There's regulations there. There's a whole thing that we got to go
promoting
through.
the NSAA.
I'm just saying,
right
Raff,
there. If you're
maybe we needed to work on this prior to, or sooner than the day before the tournament.
Well,
begins.
no, I'm talking next week. We got a week. So we just did a few loopholes, but
Barney says, Nick, you can go out there between the games to take a nap. Here's the thing. We got like 25 minutes in between the games.
And you have some lawn chairs.
You know what I do? What I do in between the games? I pop the Ricola cough drops that I just purchased yesterday. I got an 80 count bag from Walmart yesterday. We'll see if they last.
Water with lemon or lime.
Hey, I'm serious. What I'll sometimes do in between games, and this is not even a shout out, but it's going to sound like one, is I'll walk over to the downtown mill and I'll get their mint hibiscus tea.
Yeah.
And it's I'll put a little bit of honey in it, and that's what I'll drink on the way back to the arena. And I usually get
lime in there too.
Yeah. I usually get back to with about 10 minutes left. It's time to start the pregame show for the next game. So it's gonna be good. We're gonna be on the air about 8:55 a.m. tomorrow morning. So early break will stay the same. but then the rest of the day is going to be kind of, hit or miss on who you hear, when you hear them. And we'll be on the air starting tip off 9 a.m. from PBA.
Awesome.
It's going to be a good time, gents.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll throw it a break.
How about that little impromptu high school basketball segment?
Nice.
That wasn't even on the rundown.
Wasn't even on the
docket.
But I had questions, and then that RV thing had really been on my mind all night, and it's just one of those things where I believe the dream is alive. Maybe not this year, but next year I think there needs to be an RV parked out in front of PBA.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Or somebody can just comp me a hotel. We can just trade a hotel.
Boring.
How about that? There's plenty of hotels down there.
I want you with like lawn chairs out front. I want you like with the like the people that are coming in from all over the state. And like that's Nick Sainer.
The folks Pender and I can have s'mores. So we can just create a little campfire outside of PBA.
Oh, I mean,
I'm sure there's no city regulation rules against those.
Campfire
outside of PBA. What's smoking over out by PBA? I hope PBA's not on fire. Oh no, it's just Nick out front just smoking
Nick's
some more
got a campfire going on out there.
Oh, time. You guys need to warm up?
Man, this idea is taking shape. I love it. All right. Well, let's throw it to break, and we'll come back with some histories to the drive. 93.7 The Ticket.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call John Henry's at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Hey, what are you talking about over there?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
LES wants your feedback. Help shape your electric utilities direction and priorities by taking an anonymous online survey. Make your voice heard before the survey closes on April 30th at les.com/survey.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
A lot of businesses say that they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business feels anything but for your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, as they do with customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, National Player of the Netherlands, and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
In the midst of adversity, some are built to run towards the chaos. That's the drive that defines a Nebraska State Trooper. Mission-focused, service-minded, always ready. If you have the drive, we'll help you build a career. Applications are now open to become a Nebraska State Trooper. Numerous career paths, unlimited potential, making a difference for the people in communities all across Nebraska. Apply today at nebraskatroopers.com.
Now back to the drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. The weather is calm right now, but I don't know. Later today, I think it's going to get a little interesting in the capital city.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, huh?
Yeah. Oh, boy. Back to the doghouse for Mr. Raff.
Oh, stop.
Darn it.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut before I say something. But I don't want to get anybody mad.
Yeah, don't get mad. All right, history. My history for today, 1993. The very first ESPY Awards.
So 1993?
1993.
Wow, didn't know that.
Can you tell me who won the men's Best Athlete ESPY and who won the female Best Athlete ESPY?
Ooh, I'll just say easy. Michael
The
Jordan.
male one's easy. Yep. Well
Michael
done,
Jordan,
AD.
all day.
But the women's one is a bit of a challenge.
The women's, I would have to say we had, I know, so 93, we still had, so Florence Griffin Joyner in Olympian track, maybe Cheryl Swoops for basketball, maybe, and maybe like Steffi Graf or Martina Navratilova for tennis.
You're on the right sport. You're on the right
Okay,
sport.
I'm in tennis. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so, okay, I'm trying to think. Steffi, Martina. What was some of the other names, ladies I watched? Because I watched everything, too. I'm just trying. I know faces. I think.
She was rolling, and then unfortunately, some
Monica Seles.
Bingo.
Monica Seles. She would yell when she would she would return the ball. And backhand. I remember they were making fun of her sometimes on ESPN. Like, what? Like, yeah, hey, she's getting into it. She locked in.
Heck yeah. And then I got one birthday today, and the only reason that I like it is probably my favorite boxer nickname of all time.
Oh.
Happy 64th birthday to Ray Boom Boom Mancini.
Nice.
I just like saying Boom Boom Mancini.
There you go.
You got any history there, Nick?
I'm looking right now. I got distracted by a couple of as morbid as this sounds, a couple of deaths on today in sports.
Who died?
Nobody that we need to talk about. It is turning 35 years old today. One of AG's favorite basketball players. I'm kidding, probably not. Draymond Green turns 35 years old today. Has had a little bit of an up and down career.
Yeah,
right. A little bit of stuff gone on off the floor. He likes to chirp.
A lot.
Oh yeah, a lot. He also likes to. He's also had his fair share of run-ins on the floor with.
Yeah, he gets physical.
Flailing arms and physicality and all that. And so on. But Draymond Green turns 35 years old today.
Speaking of basketball, breaking news from Shams. Dallas Mavericks All-Star Kyrie Irving has suffered a season-ending ACL in the left knee. So he's out.
I saw the injury. I just didn't read I saw the headline. I just didn't know what it was. Dang, it was that bad. Darn it.
How do we feel about Kyrie Irving, guys?
I think he's a pretty good player. Just obviously health issues. He had over the last year, like 5-6 years of his career. And I like how he doesn't back down from nobody on the court or off the court. I like that about him. He sticks to who he is, and if you want to step to him, he's like, bring it, basically. So I appreciate him for that.
Yeah, I remember the way that he was viewed out in Cleveland, right? Like, I think we sometimes forget like how good he and LeBron were together.
I was just gonna say that. I don't think they win the championship.
No, without Kyrie. And so, I mean, you don't have to be a diehard basketball or ball knower to say that statement. I think ultimately, and then I think he somewhat got a bad rap because of his takes on some public health stuff and public, other things that aren't involved in basketball. And stuff like that. He used his platform for a couple of controversial topics, and whichever way you land on those, that's fine too. But overall, I think just purely as a basketball player, remember, like we were discrediting and doubting whether or not he and Luka together would actually work, and ultimately, it was clunky to start, but they figured out a way to get it done. And through his time in Boston and then now with Dallas, it's like he is, I think, back to being viewed as one of the better guards in the league. And a guard that's still capable, obviously when healthy, and this is not right now, still capable of potentially leading a team to a championship.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know about but I'll say definitely I know the game plan.
Do you not agree?
In terms of the part where you said
championship part,
that the way you said it at first, I was like, I didn't agree with it because I thought they had opportunities, and they just had to figure each other out, like communicate better. Because when they got there, that's what everybody was talking about. Oh, this is going to be an easy walkthrough. I was like, it's not that easy. You still got to connect with the new teammate coming in and see what he likes to do. Because I remember watching that season when he first got there, and how it looked like Luka was going to take over in the game. And then he's driving. It was like several plays where I saw Luka drive to the paint. He's going to get the foul +1, and he dishes out to either Kyrie or somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, you got to have that finish in you, take it to the court. And the same way with Kyrie, where he's dribble, driving, and then he dishes it off. It's like, you had him, like, finish it off. You got the layup, or you got the layup +1.
Take
that. Yeah, make it easy on yourself. And then later on say, hey, Luka, like, next time I'll come down. If I see you open, because I already took it to the hole now, they're going to think I'm going to do it again. I'll just dish it out to you next time, and vice versa. Luka, talking to Kyrie, just having that reverse conversation to keep defenses, on their toes, and they know that they're going to always push into the paint, and just having that I say that nucleus working together. But it starts with talking first, so they can learn what each other are doing.
Before we get AG's history, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, Mr. Ahman Green, what you got for us today, my friend?
Oh, yeah, I got new history here. So a video game came out last week called Monster Hunter Wilds. And Monster Hunter Wilds has become the fastest selling game in Capcom's history. And Capcom's role of games is Marvel versus Capcom, Street Fighter, all the Street Fighter installments over the years. And so Monster Hunter Wilds has sold 8 million units, so 8 million games in the first 3 days of release, becoming the fastest selling game in Capcom history.
I've never heard of it.
So it's a it's a shooter RPG. If you've heard of the game Destiny, if you heard of that,
oh yeah,
it's similar to that, but it's like what it is and what it says in the title. You're hunting monsters on a world that is populated by monsters. So it's probably during the prehistoric age, but you got your gun and you got swords and knives, and I think you might have and bow and arrow and all that. The game came out February 28th. That's when it was released, and the game is bought in over 1.3 million players on Steam, which is a PC platform where you can download games. Yep, you know about Steam, and so it's,
Luke at the Mill has a Steam.
Yeah, Steam account. Yes, sir. If you're on PC, you got to have a Steam account. Just like I'm educating some of my, I'm doing this league now, the Alumni Media Esports League. So I'm educating some of my I say other former players that don't know about Steam or Discord. Like, hey, we got to get you a Discord account. They're like, what's a Discord? I'm like, don't worry about it. It's free. Just know that it's free. You don't have to pay nothing for it. But Monster Hunter Wilds has broke some records. It's going to continue to probably break some records. And that 1.3 million players on Steam was in the first 12 hours of the game releasing.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So if you tell me gaming is not a thing, then you're fooling yourself, y'all. So that's my new history of today. There you go.
That's crazy.
I got some listener history.
Okay.
I think it's a question that he's asking you and AG. So y'all let you guys answer it.
Why not you?
Well, once I read it, you understand. Hey guys. So the wife and I had an ultrasound. Oh, this is from Hizzlebear. Okay. Hey guys, the wife and I had an ultrasound and got to see our baby for the first time yesterday. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I want to find out the gender for obvious reasons. I have 2 girls.
Right.
But the wife wants to be a surprise delivery. He wants to know, did y'all find out or wait till the delivery day, Nick?
First off, I am not a father, so I do not know. I have not attempted to become a father, so we do not know.
So are you going to wait, or are you going to demand you know?
What I will do, we're not having this conversation right now. AG, what did you do?
I found out right away because it was technology. I didn't really go down that road of like, oh, I want to wait. It didn't matter to me. It didn't matter to me either way. I was happy with either male or female. As my, as a kid, I was ready for whatever. But I found out early anyway because I was there, for ultrasound. It's like, hey, you see this area? I'm like, oh, okay, there you go, another girl. I'm like, all right, cool.
There it is.
Hey.
Have we ever had an on-air baby reveal? Maybe we do something down here for a baby reveal.
I don't want to.
Hizzlebear comes down here with like a ball or something and kicks it on Old Street, or
I don't know if we want to open up that can of worms.
Hey, if we're going RV, let's go all in. Let's start revealing.
We are not
babies.
going RV. Also, we got to stop calling it an RV because what I described is a motorhome, and it needs to be a motorhome. I'm not settling. If I'm going to sit and sleep in downtown Lincoln outside of Pinnacle Bank Arena, we are going to do it lavishly. We are not going to have some wild bleep and bleep RV that might get blown over by the wind gust. Okay? We're not doing it. So also, I'm not responsible. We'd have to make sure that I'm not responsible if anything happens to the RV on the outside. I'm not responsible.
Baby reveal at the RV / mobile home.
I'm okay.
I'm trying to think of things that are just gonna be amazing.
Maybe you need to stop with the RV stuff. Maybe you'll be needing an RV.
Probably.
Oh Lord!
If you're not down there by today at 4 p.m., you need an RV.
I'm out.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to some RV companies in Alabama.
Oh man.
Anyway, all right, 10 o'clock hour, gents.
I hope it's a boy though.
We got a little Husker basketball conversation to have. They got a big one tonight against the Buckeyes.
Can you imagine 3 girls though? Oh man. Hizzlebear, good luck. Oh
yeah, AG's got 4.
See right there. That's.
I mean, look what that does to a man. Look at AG.
What?
I'm kidding.
Pull up.
Only reason I say that is because I know you're 1,000 miles away to the south. So anyway,
I could be there in 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, it'd be one of those things of where you come here and I fly out to Houston. I go, oh well, AG, I was coming to you. I was going to help you out. I didn't know you were coming here.
Right. That would be funny. That would be funny.
Anyway, send us away, Raff.
All right, we'll talk to
All
break
right.
live and 3.7 the ticket.
$93.7 the ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a chance of rain and it will be windy. See an afternoon high around 58. Tonight, a chance of rain and snow to be windy with blizzard conditions possible, low around 25. And tomorrow, with some mainly sunny skies, it will be windy with blowing snow, a high around 39. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 the ticket and theticketfm.com.
A lot of businesses say that they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business feels anything but for your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, as they do with customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up
But why?
because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh, wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join 93.7 The Ticket this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from Pinnacle Bank Arena for the NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament. Starting Wednesday at 9 a.m., we'll be at PBA bringing you play-by-play coverage of every single game. That's right. All 24 games played at Pinnacle Bank Arena this week will be heard right here on 93.7 The Ticket. From Class A to Class D2 action, 93.7 The Ticket is your home for the 2025 Girls State Basketball Tournament. And it all starts this Wednesday at 9 a.m. We'll see you there.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
When you get the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime you work out. And now through March 13th, get your first month free when you join. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage. And do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get your first month free and all the perks of the PF Black Card for just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 13th. See Club for details.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
LES wants your feedback. Help shape your electric utilities direction and priorities by taking an anonymous online survey. Make your voice heard before the survey closes on April 30th at les.com/survey.
There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 11th annual Street Festival. The party starts on Saturday, March 15th, with tons of giveaways, a kilt contest, great Irish food, and green beer, and continues on Monday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. on Monday, and the street party starts at 2 p.m. both days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's 8th and P in the Haymarket.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more.
Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
MWA Pro Wrestling returns to Lincoln Friday night, March 7th at the First Avenue Social Hall, and in Beatrice at the Beatrice Auditorium on Saturday night, March 8th at 7 p.m. Don't miss two huge shows. Visit Facebook.com/MWA Pro Wrestling for more information. Tickets are on sale for both events. Friday night, March 7th, 7:30 p.m. First Avenue Social Hall in Lincoln. Saturday night, March 8th at the Beatrice Auditorium, 7 p.m. Brought to you by 10 Pins Fun Center, Felipe Electric, and Stone Hollow Brewing Company.
When you get the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime you work out. And now through March 13th, get your first month free when you join. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage. And do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get your first month free and all the perks of the PF Black Card for just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 13th. See Club for details.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We are proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance or need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hall and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more. Yeah.
There it is.
Here.
One final time until Raff is remote for the rest of eternity.
For the rest.
When is your return trip?
My return? Oh, I come back next Tuesday.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Raff, you know, this is a pleasure. I get to see you often.
Yeah.
This is a pleasure.
Yeah.
Goodness sakes.
I might even
we might need a golf the next time you come back.
Well, I might even come down to Van or PBA and watch you call a game.
I got a spot.
Ooh.
I got a spot. There's an open seat.
I could be your the guy that keeps this.
Yeah, statistician.
Your spotter.
Statistician. As in, you could be like Sammy Sprinkler from Benchwarmers.
Yeah.
The official statistician.
Or I could be like Tracy Wolfson or Aaron Andrews, and I could be on the sidelines reporting at halftime.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Interviewing the coaches.
Yeah. You would see, here's the kicker, though. You wouldn't be able to wear sweatpants.
That's fine.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'll wear the what basically what I'm wearing today some days, but the other thing is like I'm sitting down at a table for the majority of it. So what I get disappointed and I lose self-confidence in, and this just is a sign of aging. This is me opening up to the listeners, so you're welcome, friends.
Feel free to comment.
Feel free to comment on this. Is each year, so where I sit, where the NSA, and I shout out to Alicia and her team and those guys over there, because they treat me well for being there as often as we are. So like for me, so they usually sit me right next to the scores table, which I appreciate.
Yep.
Yeah.
At center court. And that's where I'm parked the entire, like the next 2 weeks for every single game. And you get like local radio stations and other, small town people coming in and rolling up and stuff. And that's fine. But what's always funny is my back of my head always shows up on TV when they air the championship games. And so I always get pictures from friends and just people that are watching on TV of the back of my head. Yep. And man, there's that circle that's slowly starting to appear more and more on that back of my head.
You are not John Cena yet.
I keep telling myself there's going to be a time where I wake up and there's just a bulk of hair on my pillow and I'm going to cry. And I'm hoping that it's not any time these next 2 weeks, because it'd be real embarrassing if during the girls tournament, I look completely normal from behind. But on the boys tournament, you just see a bald thumb sitting next to the scores table, ready calling a game at the
That tells
tournament.
me we need to find you a wife ASAP.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not that bad. I think a lot of it is because and I even asked my barber this a couple weeks ago. I said, Mike, I said, am I in any danger? Because what he told me, my barber hit me with this. So out of nowhere, he's like, Nick, I think next time we should do one of the skin fades. I think we should try a skin fade on you. And I was like, all right, sounds good. And he's like, I think your hair's really, really good for it. I think it's got the perfect, like, you're going to be good for it.
Nice.
And I was like, wait, Mike, I don't really know what a skin fade is, but are you trying to tell me that, like, I need to go shorter because I'm starting to lose it?
No,
you're good, man. He's like, Nick,
you're good.
You're in great shape. I said, okay, good. So we're okay.
Your hair is very healthy.
On the hairline. I don't got the hairline like AG does. I mean, he's got it nice and sharp still. Mine's coming back a little bit, but it's okay.
Hey, don't worry about it.
That's a sign of wisdom. 24 years old nowadays.
Old man.
24 years old is a sign of wisdom.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's hilarious right there. That's a good one.
Go ahead, Raffy. What do you got?
Speechless after that. I'm just thinking about hair. Okay.
Eric says that's a big freaking head too. OGCJ says, Nick, shave your head and get a ticket tattoo on the back of your head.
Oh,
talk about
goodness.
Yes.
Talk about a walking billboard. There
That'll
I am.
That'll be it right there.
That's what you need to do. State basketball every year. Just get it shaved in 93.7.
Old Dad 34 makes a good point. Nick, if your mom's dad was bald, you have a chance. If not, you're good. My mom's dad had a thick head of hair. We're chilling.
Yeah.
But
And my mom's dad too. I'm good too.
I don't know if that's always accurate, because
Did you ever hear my story?
What?
So, Mom, if you're listening, this is a great story. Okay. So when I was growing up and a little kid, I'd always see my grandpa. He'd had no hair. And then, you hear, it was about late in grade school, you hear that whatever your grandpa's like, that's what you're going to be. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be bald. And didn't say nothing, kind of kept it underneath the wraps. Well, we were probably maybe high school, maybe me and my sister got into a fight one night. My sister looks at me and she's like, well, at least I'm not going to be bald when I get older. And my mom looks at my sister and goes, what are you talking about? And my sister's like, well, Grandpa was bald, so Chris is going to be bald. My mom goes, Grandpa wasn't bald, but he had cancer. And the whole time we knew him, he was.
Oh, no.
He lost his hair to the chemo. and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
And my mom's like, Chris ain't going to be bald.
There's life.
And I was
Chris,
like,
you're alive.
Grandpa had hair.
Grandpa
boom,
had
boom,
hair.
Boom, boom. And I said, take that, sister.
It's also, I mean, it's I might play a trick on my grandkids when that time comes to where I just shave off my hair completely, just so that they think that they're going to be bald, that I can't grow hair.
Trick them.
I'll be like AD can grow. AD can grow hair. Can he? No, not anymore.
We don't know.
He's the George Jefferson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He has the cul-de-sac.
Okay, gotcha.
Up top's a little scant, but
A little scant. That's a nice one. I never heard that as a description.
That's a good word.
That's a good word, Raff. Scant.
Word.
I like that one.
Somebody's been on Urban Dictionary today.
I was gonna say dictionary, Webster Dictionary. That's a good one. Raff.
Urban Dictionary. What's the word?
Scant.
Scan.
Just like that. Well, okay. I wanted to get into Husker basketball here because they got a big one tonight. However, we're right up against the clock of another commercial break, and it feels like we just took one. So I apologize to the listeners. But let's do this. Let's take a little bit of a premature break here at 10:22 a.m. Central Standard Time. Let's take a little bit of a premature break. When we come back, we have an extended basketball conversation. That way we don't cut ourselves short.
Sounds good.
All right. Send us your text, 402-464-5685. If you have thoughts, you have questions that you want us to specifically address, send them in on the text line, the Sartor Heyman text line. You can always call in as well, the Honda of Lincoln hotline. Thoughts on Huskers and Buckeyes coming up next. It's The Drive, sponsored by Raff.
Doors Plus.
There it is.
All right.
Go ahead.
The store to break. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join 93.7 The Ticket this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from Pinnacle Bank Arena for the NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament. Starting Wednesday at 9 a.m., we'll be at PBA bringing you play-by-play coverage of every single game. That's right. All 24 games played at Pinnacle Bank Arena this week will be heard right here on 93.7 The Ticket. From Class A to Class D2 action, 93.7 The Ticket is your home for the 2025 Girls State Basketball Tournament. And it all starts this Wednesday at 9 a.m. We'll see you there.
Hey, what are you talking about over there?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing.
When you get the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime you work out. And now through March 13th, get your first month free when you join. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage. And do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get your first month free and all the perks of the PF Black Card for just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 13th. See Club for details.
Who are you?
I'm the Truck Fairy.
You mean the Tooth Fairy?
No, Truck Fairy. I appear when someone dreams about winning one of the 8 new trucks in the Nebraska Lottery's Trucks and Bucks scratch game.
Oh, so you leave Trucks and Bucks tickets under my pillow?
No.
Cash?
Sorry.
What exactly do you do?
Remind people to play today.
Don't think I need a Truck Fairy for that.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Play Trucks and Bucks from your Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds are 1 in 336,000.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
The electrical workers of local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service. But it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your County Veteran Service Officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free. So visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. Nebraska basketball tonight, 8 o'clock on Peacock.
That is right. And before we get into that, we have to make sure we let people know this segment is sponsored by our good friend David Freoff and the guys at Renew. Call or text David 402-833-3858 or visit Renew online at renewyourauto.com. You might ask the question, what do they do best? And my answer to you, Chris Raff, is what?
Everything.
That is right. From body shop, ceramic coatings, window tinting, spray and bed liners, paintless dent repair, rust proofing and undercoating, and so much more. Give David a call or a text today, 402-833-3858, or learn more online at renewyourauto.com and see what Renew can do for you. Once again, that phone number, 402-833-3858, or online at renewyourauto.com. That's right, Raffi, big one tonight, Nebraska and Ohio State. Nebraska needs it. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Once again, we invite the people, if you're listening, if you have questions, if you have thoughts on tonight's game, 402-464-5685. The Starter Heyman text line is surely open for you guys. Raff, I guess overall thoughts heading into this one. We know the basic, the 5,000-foot view of it, that it's an important one. Nebraska probably needs it to get into the NCAA tournament, but diving a little deeper, what's your thoughts on it?
My thoughts right now are just like, show up at the beginning of the game. It just, like, we talked about this a few weeks ago. You just can't live on digging yourself a 15, 20-point hole and then expect to, come back at the end of the game and have a chance. It's like, make things easier on yourselves, keep the game, if anything, get an early lead, build some momentum, put their crowd out of the game. and in turnovers.
Yeah.
That's another. I feel like we end up talking about the same thing week after week. But you're on the road, cut down on your turnovers, don't give them easy shots, and box out, get rebounds.
That's why I think it's frustrating at times, is because we do have these similar conversations week after week, and it feels repetitive and it feels monotonous. But ultimately, I mean, Nebraska commits 19 turnovers on Saturday against Minnesota, and that's not going to play against a quad 3 team. We saw it not play in Nebraska's favor against a quad 3 team in Minnesota, but it's surely not going to play against a team that's a fringe quad 1 opportunity. Well, is a quad 1 opportunity in Ohio State. It's not going to play. And like I mentioned it yesterday when we broke down the Minnesota loss, is that unfortunately you have a situation here to where this isn't at the start of the year where you're playing, roast beef state, as DP likes to call them, or those teams that are not necessarily nationally relevant or respected. It's not like you're figuring out your rotation right now.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you ask this coaching staff, they have an ideal opinion and thought of what they want the rotation to look like. However, there's just no consistency from multiple guys that you can't stick with the rotation. Like last game against Minnesota is a perfect example. And it's probably going to look a little different tonight based on who shows up. And you're always going to have, I think, Raff, where you adjust it in a minor way to where, okay, this guy's got the hot hand tonight, maybe we keep him in. Or this guy's facilitating really well or holding on to the basketball, so we're going to keep him in. Or on the flip side of it, this guy's just turning it over way too much, not valuing the orange enough. Maybe we need to take him out and just sit him down. You're always going to have those minor changes, I think. But even zoomed out into like a 3-game scope, there's just no consistency outside of Bryce Williams right now.
Yeah, and it's one of those things too. I think this is the time where you start looking, not like how are you going to be remembered? What is this team going to be looked at?
Yeah.
In the years to go by. I mean, I flash back to prior teams. I mean, there's some guys you mentioned from the 2010s I wouldn't even remember, or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But then you automatically say a name from, one of the tournament teams or, from the strict days and stuff like that, them right away. I mean, Henry T. Buchanan, still to this day, he played in 1987, I think was his last, 87, 88. And that name still rings, still rings. I mean, this is one of those points, for these guys, what is your legacy going to be? And I think you need to take a look in the mirror and like, how do you want to be remembered? How does this team want to be remembered? Because not qualifying for so many NCAA tournaments, those teams that have qualified, they tend to be remembered for long periods of time.
Yeah, you're right on that. I just think like when I look at, we throw around, those buzzwords so often of consistency and discipline and this, that, and the other. Like we throw around those words, and it's as guys that we talk on the radio often about it. We'll try to switch it up to where it's not the same words and verbiage over and over. But I think like in a game like tonight, it's going to be those types of things that are the difference. You're going to have a team in Nebraska that is incredibly experienced. I think we forget at times how experienced this team is. And you're going to really see it if you're in the arena on Sunday when they play Iowa on Senior Day. Yeah. You're going to see how experienced this is. And I think if Nebraska moves on and this season goes into the background and we forget about it and we move on and go into 2026 and we look back at it maybe in 5 years, you're going to look at this as a real missed opportunity, I think, totally. if Nebraska can't get the job done. And the reason I say that, I mean, outside of even Bryce Williams and Juwan Gary, Raff, you're looking at guys that are like Andrew Morgan, who's played his fair share of basketball, Braxton Mia the same way. And obviously I'm missing some, but like, see, I mean, you go up and down this roster and it's not only concerning for what the future could hold, but I think it's because frankly, you only have one high school commit. So, they're going to lean heavy in the portal and you worry about flashing back to the early years of Fred Hoiberg where it just did not blend well. And you look at this team and it's just such a missed opportunity when you're trying to build off of what you did last year if you can't make the tournament, when you had opportunity after opportunity to do so. Yeah, and it's because of things that you did or didn't do that got the results that you have.
And the time is it's fading. All year we've been like, well, they lost this, but if we win this, I mean, now it's put up or shut up time. Either you show
certainly.
up. I mean, I think they still control. I mean, they control their own destiny.
Yes.
I mean, they still do. I mean, you can always win.
Every team does.
You can always win the Big Ten tournament.
That's
just
right.
throwing it out there. But I think you still, if you take care of business tonight in Iowa and you win, probably 2 games in the Big Ten tournament, 1 or 2. I think
if Nebraska goes 2-0, I think you're going to be safe. I think if Nebraska goes 2-0, you're going to be fine. I think if Nebraska wins tonight, and even if they potentially lose against Iowa, I think you'd be okay. It's all on that quad 1 stuff that we all know too much about, and that's what Ohio State gives you that Iowa doesn't, right? So like the most, this is not being a negative Nate by saying this, but I think the most likely outcome is that you lose tonight and you win on Sunday, and then you need to win at least one in the Big Ten tournament, which is going to be a daunting task because Nebraska hasn't done well against teams like Northwestern and Rutgers and those types of programs that, guess what, they're going to see in the first round of the Big Ten tournament. And this team in recent games, they don't do well with pressure. They haven't done well with pressure all season long. Yeah. They haven't done well backing up the expectation all season long. And I don't know if that's a combination of, as I talked about it yesterday, camaraderie. I don't know if that's a combination of that camaraderie piece, if that's leadership. I don't know if that's coaching, rotations. I think it's just a combination of everything. And you sit here and go, well, crap, where did the season go? Yep. Because now it's too late. It's too late to switch up a rotation dramatically. Yeah. It's too late to try and switch some other things that you could have done back in November when you started playing against those teams like Southern and Kennesaw State, when you were able to maybe experiment a little bit more and know that we can just use our sheer talent and size advantage to win this game.
Well, what hurts a lot too is you've seen this team perform. I mean, they played some games this year where you've seen them, the gel, and they played well, scrappy. Yeah. But then there's the games, lately it's like first half, you're like, where are they at? It's like they need to put a complete, I mean, every coach says that they need to put a complete game together. This is, another opportunity for them, and have some fun out there. That might be another thing too, is just like, I don't know if they're making themselves so miserable trying so hard, but just loosen up a little bit, have some fun and be scrappy. At least if you go down fighting and, playing hard, I guess you can justify that in some sense. But man, when you dig yourself a 20-point hole in the first half, that's hard to justify.
Let's get some thoughts from the text line, because you guys have been chiming in all morning long.
Love the text line.
Isaac chimes in. Isaac in Lincoln says, probably going to lose, miss the tournament. We are used to it. Derek in a car.
That's not positive.
Derek in a car says, this is definitely a must win, but I don't think it'll happen. However, I feel like they will be a dangerous team in the conference tournament and will play their way into the big dance GBR. Shout out to Derek in a car. He says, can't wait to hear Nick on the play-by-play this week. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. Cubsker, get the lead, put your foot on the gas. Get the lead, excuse me. Get the lead, put your foot on the gas and keep it there. Bryce needs to be able to get to the basket driving right, and Berke needs to step up. It's his third game back. He should be able to find his groove early and often against the Buckeyes.
I read that too. I thought it said, get the lead out.
Yeah, right. 1562 on the text line. Outworked in the offseason. That's why fundamentals start breaking down late in the season, same as the football team. Huskers P, the team will only be remembered for their constant no showing up in games. Hey, man. I mean, yeah, you're right, Huskers P. Unfortunately, I just hope we make it to the Big Ten tournament, says 2312. Al says Huskers have to be more aggressive and physical tonight than the Buckeyes, especially Morgan and Berke Bayuktin gel. Let's ruin Ohio State's senior night. There's something here, I guess, guys, like, unfortunately, we talk lineups a lot. I think personnel matters in a game like tonight's, to where, don't forget when Ohio State came to Lincoln, Nebraska went with a smaller lineup because Ohio State is guard heavy. And so I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that tonight. I think one of the worst things that Nebraska can do is go out there tonight and try to do the exact opposite or do something different than what that got them the win before. Yep. You look back at that Ohio State's box score, or you look at you dive deeper into the analytics. Guess what Nebraska did on layups? They didn't miss a single one. They were 10 for 10 on layups that day. Like, Things like that matter. Points like that in the paint matter.
Yep.
Especially against a smaller Ohio State squad. Try to beat them off the dribble. Juwan Gary, this cannot be a game where he goes 1 for 10 from the field like he did a couple of games ago. That's why I said the only consistent piece right now is number 3 in white, Bryce Williams. That's the only consistent piece right now, because while Juwan will go out and drop 21 and it might look clunky, it's the volume of shots that a guy like Juwan takes or has the ability to take compared and correlated with the amount that he makes. It's just not a great percentage. And so ultimately, Juwan's at his best. We all know it when he gets to the rim and when he plays a little more physical. And so a game like tonight is one of those where Juwan will have probably a little bit of a mismatch for his benefit going up against the Buckeyes. So use it and shoot at a high percentage. Finish around the rim. A guy like Andrew Morgan, add double figures. Rebound. Nebraska's got a rebound. That's like an effort piece too. Nebraska's got a chance. There's an avenue for them to win tonight. Do similar what you did when Ohio State came to Lincoln, and Nebraska will have a shot. If you go completely 180, you can't finish around the rim, you get into some foul trouble, you're undisciplined, you have 19 turnovers like you did against Minnesota on Saturday. Hey, you know what? We're going to be having the same conversation tomorrow that we did on Monday.
I agree.
It's going to be unfortunate,
100%.
man. So
100%.
We'll see.
How are you going to be remembered? You're playing for your legacy, right?
Yeah,
now.
the legacy piece is important. I think the legacy piece is important. It's just, man, it's really, really, it's dicey times right now, I think, in Husker land, and I get it. The expectation, I go back to this, despite a program who historically is not a postseason team, doesn't mean that the expectation was too high. Like the expectation for this year, Nebraska is one of the most experienced teams in the Big Ten Conference.
Yeah.
And not being able to back up what you did last year is, I think, more of an indictment on the players than it is on the coaching staff.
Well,
there's certainly pieces, Raff, to where it's like the roster construction has certainly been puzzling. Yeah. Like I'm confused by the roster construction. I'll be fascinated to see how they try to construct the roster next year.
Yeah.
I don't think this team necessarily fits Fred Hoiberg's ideal coaching style. And can Nebraska get somebody to fill the void that Bryce Williams is going to leave?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd be an interesting offseason.
At the guard position, like you're going to still have year after year, we sit there and say, do they have a guy that can handle the ball consistently? Bryce Williams wasn't brought in to be that guy.
No.
But because of nobody else stepping up, and you go out and get a guy like Raleigh Wooster and Aaron Eulis, and they can't be relied on for consistent minutes of positive basketball, you're asking Bryce to do that. And it's just like
a lot on one man's shoulders.
Yeah. And you go out into the portal, and if I'm trying to recruit Raff, as in he's the next Bryce Williams that I view, or I view him as the next point guard for Nebraska, what do I pitch to him? Hey, this is what we want you to be.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if we haven't done that and there's that track record, then how is that guy supposed to beat or trust me, number one? And how is Nebraska supposed to beat out another top tier school for a top point guard in the country? It's almost impossible.
True.
It's just, it feels like a steep mountain to climb if Nebraska can't end this season on a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, it's needed for the entire program.
So there you have it. 8 p.m. tonight. On Peacock.
I wonder who the play-by-play guys are. You should just take. You should just
might be able to figure this out.
You should just take the RV down there now and just call it.
No,
I
should not. It's a Columbus. Should I go to Columbus?
Oh yeah, go to Columbus.
Okay, let me see if I can. So Value City, Paul Burmeister and Stephen Bardo are the broadcasters tonight.
I feel like Stephen Bardo used to be on the Big Ten Network.
He was.
Oh, so they can do both.
They're all connected. The guys that do Big Ten Network, Fox Sports, Peacock, they're all owned by the same entity.
They mix it up.
So they can mix it up like that.
Gotcha.
Yep. So
all right. Well, we'll throw it to break. Just the drive. 93.7 The Ticket.
LES wants your feedback. Help shape your electric utility's direction and priorities by taking an anonymous online survey. Make your voice heard before the survey closes on April 30th at les.com/survey.
There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 11th annual Street Festival. The party starts on Saturday, March 15th, with tons of giveaways, a kilt contest, great Irish food, and green beer, and continues on Monday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. on Monday, and the street party starts at 2 p.m. both days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's 8th and P in the Haymarket.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join 93.7 The Ticket this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from Pinnacle Bank Arena for the NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament. Starting Wednesday at 9 a.m., we'll be at PBA bringing you play-by-play coverage of every single game. That's right. All 24 games played at Pinnacle Bank Arena this week will be heard right here on 93.7 The Ticket. From Class A to Class D2 action, 93.7 The Ticket is your home for the 2025 Girls State Basketball Tournament, and it all starts this Wednesday at 9 a.m. We'll see you there.
Hey, what are you talking about over there?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your County Veteran Service Officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. Tomorrow, Nick begins the journey, calling every basketball game ever created.
Not ever created.
You are like the James Naismith of, I think that was James, yeah. James Naismith of basketball, calling basketball games.
We got 48 games. 48.
You're like a young Jim Nance. Ooh, a young Dick Enberg. Oh, yeah. I like it. I like it a lot.
No, I don't. No reason to get crazy. My buddy Sean just texted us.
Uh-oh.
And this is for you too, Raff. He said he was just about to pull in front of the station.
Oh.
And so he said, look out the window and say hello. So shout out to Sean.
Where you at, Sean? I'm looking for you.
He might have passed us.
Oh, he might have passed us.
He might have passed us already. He was in a truck. He was in his work truck.
Nice.
No free shout out, Sean. I'm sorry. I can't mention your company. No free shout outs. If they want to advertise, you let me know.
Does he have your number?
Oh, yeah. No free shout outs there, Sean. But anyway,
He tried.
Sean, pretty good golfer. We're talking, 70s type of guy.
Good Lord.
So, you've golfed with him before? We've golfed with our buddies.
I don't think I've golfed with him before.
Yeah, we went out to Pioneers that one day.
Yeah. What am I talking about? Yes. Just joking, Sean. Don't be mad at me.
Yeah, we're good. So there you have it. But anyway, Raff, so you fly out what time today?
3:00.
Okay.
3:00.
So you'll be safe.
I hope so.
The next time you'll hear from Raff will be next Monday.
Yes.
That is the next time. Are you flying back Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday. So I'll be on Monday.
There he is.
There he is. Which one?
In the big truck.
Oh, he's in the big truck?
In the big truck.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I should have an unlimited supply of that coming my way.
Oh, I don't even get an unlimited supply.
You don't? Sugar free, please.
Yeah. With a little vodka. Anyway,
yes, we know where he works right now.
We know where he works
free
at.
shout-outs.
Just sugar free with a little bit of vodka, please. Anyway,
I'll take a case.
Anyway, so no, but what were we just talking about? Yeah. Are you here Tuesday?
I'll be gone on Tuesday. I'll be flying back on Tuesday.
So they'll hear you for Monday.
Yeah, you'll hear me Monday and then fly back Tuesday. Then you'll have basketball again next week.
Yeah.
But then maybe I'll make my way down to PBA on
You should
Wednesday or whatever and watch a couple games.
There's going to be a lot of really good games over the next couple of weeks.
What time Southeast play? That's what we got to find out.
Seedings aren't out yet, so we don't quite know.
So maybe Southeast.
I would imagine 3:15 on Wednesday.
Ooh, I might go to that game because I would think that I'd probably get like Hall of Fame like care package probably.
Well, you'd sit down by me, so.
But I want my Southeast night care package.
Oh, okay.
Like something where I get my hat and stuff.
What I will say, I always like to say this before we do a week of a broadcast. I do want to say thank you in advance to all the listeners. Well, the sponsors too, but the listeners especially. Like I think we're pretty proud here at the Ticket to be able to provide unmatched coverage like this. There's not a whole lot of other places in the entire country that can say, hey, you know what? We're going to let one of our guys just be parked down at Pinnacle Bank Arena for basically 4 straight days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for 2 weeks and just call games and bring local high school sports at the state tournament action to you guys. Sure, there's other places that are broadcasting select games. There's other places that are broadcasting other things, but ultimately we appreciate you guys for not only the support but the listenership, the commitment to it, because it makes it much more enjoyable as well when I hear or when we get texts throughout the text line. I'll say that too. I'll have access to the text line. If I make a mistake, call me out on it. If I mispronounce a name, I apologize in advance. But in all honesty and reality, there's probably, I mean, gosh dang, just going through the math, you're looking 14, 15 names per roster, 6 games. We're looking at 30, 60, 180 new names every single day. So the reality of it is I'm probably going to mess up at least once on them. But no, I appreciate you guys because for me to just be able to park and be on air for basically, it's going to be almost 14 hours consecutive these next 4 days. We appreciate your guys' commitment to listening to the station and being able, and the sponsors, obviously the support that they have for us. So we hope you guys enjoy it. We hope that, if you want to listen to a game, whether it's Class A or Class D2, that you tune into us and we're your home for high school sports these next 2 weeks, because I can promise you there's going to be some really, really good games on deck Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So really, really looking forward to it.
If that doesn't scream luxury RV, I don't know what does.
Yeah, right. There you go.
14 hours, then you just sleep for 6 and do it again.
Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of prep that goes into it when I get home.
Well, it's just wild, though. Like, I think back to my high school days, back in the Stone Ages and stuff like that. You had some football games called.
Yeah.
You had some basketball games called. And then what you've done, you've opened up, every game at PBA, which is awesome. And then you've mixed in baseball to the mix.
Yeah.
It's like, that's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and it's like I said, it's not without, I'll say it. I always talk about it at the end of the tournament. I always talk about it, and I thank everybody at the end of the tournament. But there's a lot more than me. You guys will hear me for the chunk of the next 2 weeks, but there's a lot more to me than just me, obviously. I mean, Austin is back here doing the board. Bach is back here running board and clipping highlights. Our interns, Rudy, Ellie, Jackson, they're going to be helping out this week. Harrison at night is going to be making sure I stay on the air and everything there. So, I mean, this is as local can get. I mean, we're talking about 14 hours essentially, starting at 9 a.m. on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and ending with a game that's supposed to start at 7:45 p.m. So you're talking, ending about 9:30 at night. This is unmatched local can get sports radio when we're talking high school sports. And I understand, right? Like, if you're from the capital city, you're probably not the most interested in Alma and Superior tomorrow morning. I get that.
That's the first game?
That's the second game. But, I get that.
What's the first game?
Pender and Howells Dodge.
Kickoff time?
9 a.m.
You going to be on any pregame or just right at 9?
About 8:40, 8:50, I'll probably be on.
All right.
But what I'm getting at is I am well aware and understanding that this is not for everybody. And this is, some people, if you don't have family out there, if you don't have connections, you might not be interested. I understand that. But through it all, it's our ability and our, capability to be able just to basically park ourselves down there and say, you know what, if I do have family in Howells Dodge, or I have a nephew or a niece playing this weekend or next weekend, and I want to listen to them, guess what? You can't make it to the game. We got you covered. So from Class A to Class D2, plus I think it's important to also remember and remind people, these schools like Class D2, they don't get their name. They don't get to be broadcasted very often. They don't have the capabilities out in small towns or in co-ops. Radio stations don't always follow them game for game. So this is just us as a bigger city, as the capital city, kind of allowing that access, allowing that exposure for some of these programs that are really, really talented just at the lower class level. So that's what these next couple of days are truly for. It's going to be great to have the Class A and Class B games on. Those guys, they get a lot of exposure as it is. Class C1, Class C2, it starts to dwindle, especially Class D2 when you're getting out there where not a whole lot of radio stations or listenership is. So I think it's important to remember, it's a big deal for those to have their games broadcasted on some larger airwaves. So there you go.
Bingo.
Raff, what do you got?
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to my friends at the Powerhouse Dance Academy in Kearney, Nebraska. They had their showcase this past Sunday, I believe it was, or Saturday or Sunday. I can't believe it. I had a ticket for me, apparently.
Nice.
So thanks for that. But just amazing job they do out there. If you're listening in that area and you're looking for a dance studio, Jesse, Chrissa, they do an amazing job. I thought I gave up my cheer and dance career, several years back, but it's always interesting watching the choreography that they put together. So you guys, for all the great things you're doing out in Kearney, your Raff's Good Take.
There you go.
Boom.
Just a reminder, 9 a.m. tomorrow, Old Dad 34 asked which class starts off. It's D1 for 2 games. Then the rest are Class A tomorrow. That's our 6-game lineup on the ticket tomorrow morning, starting at 9 a.m. There you go.
Bam.
Raffy, safe travels, my friend.
Well, we'll see. You never know. I could be down at Devaney tomorrow. Or why do I keep on saying Devaney?
Well, Pinnacle Bank Arena.
I think I'm just partial to Devaney still. But,
that's right.
Oh, well. I love PBA too. All right. Be nice to each other, everybody. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Who are you?
I'm the Truck Fairy.
You mean the Tooth Fairy?
No, Truck Fairy. I appear when someone dreams about winning one of the 8 new trucks in the Nebraska Lottery's Trucks and Bucks scratch game.
Oh, so you leave Trucks and Bucks tickets under my pillow?
No.
Cash?
Sorry.
What exactly do you do?
Remind people to play today.
Don't think I need a Truck Fairy for that.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Play Trucks and Bucks from your Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds are 1 in 336,000.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular